Welcome to the Health Reflections podcast, a podcast dedicated to exploring the world of anti-cancer living and empowering you to take control of your health. I'm Finoula, your host and guide on this transformative journey towards a vibrant and resilient life. Join me for solo episodes and conversations with wonderful guests. I am beyond excited that you're here, so let's dive in. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Health Reflections podcast. Today, I'm going to be talking about the devices and just some things that I use in order to be able to live healthily. Now, it's quite windy today, so I have closed all of the windows, but if you hear something weird in the background, that's what it is. It's incredibly windy, and I live at the top of a building, so we can really hear the wind from here when it's really, really windy. And also, I have a doggy that I'm taking care of for a few days because their owner, his owners have gone on vacation. And sometimes when he hears me speaking, he just gets a little bit anxious if it's not with him. But he's laying down right now. He's looking at me like, what are you doing? But hopefully he will remain calm. So yeah, if you hear any of these noises, then you know where they're coming from. A lot of you have asked me several times what things we can use in order to improve our lifestyle or help us at least. And I don't know if this is just because I don't know if this is because I'm a scientist or what, but I really love using technology to our own benefit. For instance, I have made YouTube videos in the past about how to turn your phone into your productivity assistant rather than you be a slave to your phone. Because I really believe that you can use technology to your benefit rather than being a slave, you know, like scrolling for hours or just watching a TV show. Not that there's anything wrong with doing that. I do that. But the problem starts when you only do that. Today, that's what we're going to dive in. Things that I use, apps, devices, in order to live a healthy lifestyle, and not only living a healthy lifestyle, but learning about our health and our body, because every single person is different. So the first that I'm going to mention is regarding our metabolism. Metabolism is very complex, and it is very difficult to understand how your own metabolism works and what is the best for you. I will create an episode talking specifically just about metabolism, but for today, what I'm going to share is the device called Lumen. So if you're watching from YouTube, you are watching me sharing the device. But for those of you listening, you can also understand what I'm saying. This is a device that uses our breath. So when you turn it on, you're going to sync it with the app, and you're going to breathe in through the device. Then it's going to ask you to hold your breath and then breathe out again through the device. After that, it will analyze your breath and tell you if you're burning fats or carbs from a scale from 1 to 5. So what it does is to measure the level of carbon dioxide on your breath. And this measurement is correlated to your body's metabolism fuel usage. So this is how it provides the insights about your metabolism. What I like about Lumen is not only the fact that it can provide you insights about your metabolism, but it helps you to create a meal plan. They also have a lot of videos and tutorials about how metabolism works, what tips we can do in order to improve it and learn more about it. Everything that I mentioned, I will leave linked down below. And just for you to know, some of the things that I will mention today, I have a discount code. So in the description box and in the show notes, you will have the list of every single thing that I'm mentioning today, the link, and the discount code if it's available or not for that specific product that I'm talking about. The next thing that I want to talk about is Vivoo. Vivoo provides of urine tests that you can take at the comfort of your own home. That's one of the things that make me love it so much. And it provides you information about your health. So I'm just quickly going to open my Vivoo app so that I can mention every single parameter that they measure when you take the urine test at home. And just to make sure that I don't miss any. So the parameters that they measure whenever you take the urine test, it's ketones, protein, pH, water, calcium, magnesium, oxidative stress, sodium, and vitamin C. So I think it's just amazing that from the comfort of your own home, you can have a urine test, then you scan this urine test with a camera of your phone, and it has been trained to be able to measure the colors that come after the urine, right? So after that, it will measure and tell you the parameters according to you. So with this, I am not saying that you will never have to go and get your blood test or go to the doctor. No, absolutely not. This is not what I am saying. I really believe in getting your blood test every now and then to do a checkup and to go to the doctor whenever you feel like you need to. But if one day you're just at your home and you're feeling like, oh, I don't really know what's happening with my health anymore, I want to do a checkup. Just a quick, fast, easy checkup. That is why I found the Vivoo test super useful. So I don't know if I have managed to explain it well, and if the listeners of today's episode are being able to understand, but it's a strip. It's a urine strip. Have you ever gone to the doctor, or has the doctor ever prescribed you a test and they just take a strip with different colors that you're going to use to, well, pee on? And after that, those colors may change depending on the content of your urine. Well, this is exactly the same, just from your home. So you've got a strip where you're going to pee, and you've got different squares with different colors, and once the pee I think you have to wait like 90 seconds. After that, some colors will change depending on the content of your urine. So then you just scan it with your camera, and that's how you get all the information. And also in here, they have a lot of tips of how you can improve your health. So let's say, for instance, you were low on vitamin C. After that, you will have like some suggestions of what things you can read or watch in order to improve your vitamin C levels. The next thing that I want to talk about is mental health. I think there's still a lot of awareness needed with this topic, because it has been normalized that we're stressed, that we're anxious, and that our daily life is just being on a rush all the time. And I do not agree with that. I don't think it should be normalized, and I don't think this should be anyone's lifestyle. So yeah, mental health is a very important matter. And there's an app that really helps me to check in with myself. So apart from this app, I do some journaling, morning and night journal. Not every day, even though my goal is to do it at some point every day. But apart from journaling, I use the app called Voss Health. And this app logs how you're feeling. So you open the app. I'm just going to open mine. so that I can take you through the exact routine that is going to take me. Because when you first open the app, when you first sign in, it is going to take you through a survey so that it can create the best plan for you. It's going to ask you different questions to see how you're doing and how you're feeling at the moment, and also what things you want to work on. Like, do you want to work on stopping your procrastination or increasing your energy levels, or do you want to work out more? And of course, something that I like is that you can check different goals to work on at the same time. So my plan starts by getting an affirmation, then doing an 11-minute guided meditation, finding a quote that I can write down to inspire me, and I can take it with me. I don't know, like I can write it on a post-it, just put it in the mirror, and that will be my quote for the day. And then there's the mood tracker, and this I really like, specifically when I have the days that I do not journal. Logging how I feel and what made me feel that way make me more aware of my feelings, and also like not only makes me more aware of how I'm feeling, but what is causing that. Because normally when we're stressed, when we're anxious, we tend to think the most obvious reason why we're feeling stressed and anxious. But the majority of the times, it's not because of that reason that we first thought. It's because of another thing. But because we don't really stop and say, oh, okay, what's happening? Why is this happening to me? It's really hard to get to that original cause of the stress and anxiety. So I really like logging how I'm feeling and what is the cause of that feeling, whether it is a positive or negative feeling, for both. And then I've got a prompt. The prompt for today, it always changes, but the prompt for today is there something you would like to apologize for? So I really like it because it tells you different things that you can, so different prompts, so you can journal and learn about yourself. And then it has like, I don't know if it's really tutorials, but more of exercises and practices that you can do. So if you want to boost your afternoon, they offer several lists of exercises that you can do so that you can boost it. If you want to do a weekend reset, they have like exercises to do that. Morning boost, foster good vibes. If you're feeling stuck, they also offer exercises so that you can stop that feeling. If you want to focus on relax and recharge, it also have that. So I really like it because you can just say, okay, today I'm feeling really, really like I need a reset, and they offer a list of different exercises that you can do to get out of that. So it's not just to track your mood, track your feelings, but really like improve your lifestyle and your mental health. So I just got to the section where they have listed every single tool that they have on the app, just for you to have an idea. They have mood tracker, smart journal, notepad, tests, breathing exercises, affirmations, quotes, challenges, meditation, sounds, a tool to get advice, first aid, counseling, articles, and also calendar for you to log everything. So this is by far my favorite mental health app, and I have tried a lot out there. I have to say that this is a paid app, but for me, totally worth it. I do the yearly subscription, and I have a whole year to use this app for sure. The next thing that I want to talk about is probiotics. The probiotics are crucial in order to have a healthy well-being, so like a healthy body, because the probiotics, for those of you who don't know, it's making reference to the good bacteria that are living in our gut. Okay, and these beneficial bacteria are really important in order for us to have a healthy gut, in order for us to have a healthy digestion, a healthy and strong immune system, and just overall a healthy body. They're really important. I can make a video about this because if I just start talking about probiotics, I'm just going to be here forever. But just I wanted to really mention it in a summary how important probiotics are for our well-being. Because it's not just the gut health, it affects a lot of different um, categories, let's say, in our health. So the brand that I use is called Seed. And the reason why I love it so much is because it's not only sustainable and natural, but because they have the 24 strands of bacteria in it. And not only it's probiotics, but the capsules have the probiotics and the prebiotics, which is the necessary food to maintain the probiotics healthy and strong. So this is why I love them so much. And I don't think this is a very common thing to find like supplements that have both probiotics and prebiotics and such a large extent of the beneficial bacteria that we need in order to be healthy. So this is why I wanted to mention this. If you have been following me for a while, you know how important it is for me to maintain a healthy immune system, and probiotic supplements is one of the things in order to have a healthy immune system. So I'm just going through the bullet points that I've made because I really don't want to miss anything today. Just because I know a lot of you have been asking me several times, please, Finoula, can you just tell me what things I can do in order to improve my lifestyle. So moving on to the next thing that I'm going to mention. This is for female health. Knowing our menstrual cycle, it's really important. Not only to track your period, like when it's gonna, so when it's due, if you have cramps, if you have mood swings, what other symptoms are involved when you have your period. Not only to know all of these things regarding your period, but the other phases of the menstrual cycle. Because if you know in what phase you are, you can make better choices about what work you can do and what foods are best for you to do and the exercises that you can do. Because as women with different cycles, we don't work the same in every single cycle. Maybe you're the case that you don't notice such a big difference from one, did I say different cycle? No, different phase. From one phase to another, maybe you don't notice a lot of difference, but in my case, and for others, women too, I do feel a big difference in my behavior, my mood, and my energy in the different phases of my menstrual cycle. So for me, getting to know my menstrual cycle really empowers me to do better, whether it is at work, in my fitness journey, and also I'm still learning what foods I can use or choose those days. So in order to do that, I use natural cycles. The way natural cycles works is that you have a thermometer provided by them that measures your basal temperature. So the way that I do this is that every single morning before getting out of the bed, and yes, it has to be before you get out of the bed because your temperature cannot change. So you need to just stay in bed covered up if that's the case. Take the thermometer, put it underneath your tongue, and take your temperature. So this is the basal temperature that it's going to take. And then you sync it with the app on the phone. The more data you track regarding your temperature, the more accurate it will be. Another thing apart from the thermometer is that Natural Cycles offers ovulation tests that you can take. And I have just purchased this. I haven't used this from the very beginning. At the beginning, I just used the thermometer, and that was like a very good start for me. Not only you track your temperature, but whenever you have your period or every single day, you can track exactly how you're feeling. The more things you track, like symptoms, temperature, ovulation tests, the more things you track, the more accurate and the more the app will know about you, and the more in the end you will know about yourself. The ovulation test is something new that I have bought in order to know a little bit more, and I took one. Of course, you don't take this test whenever you want to, but the app is able to predict when you're ovulating, just the same way it's able to predict when your period is due. So when the app tells you that you are ovulating or that you should be ovulating, you can go ahead and take the ovulation test, see if you're ovulating, and having the test is just like the reassurance that that is happening. So it's a really good thing. So the natural cycles is a non-hormonal birth control, because by measuring your temperature and keeping track of this, it will tell you when you're fertile and when you're not fertile. So this is another thing. It's not the main reason why I use it, but it's another of the things that I use it for. So yeah, I just really wanted to just highlight that. And now we're going to move on to the next thing that I use in order to improve my lifestyle. It's not to improve my lifestyle like every single day, but improves my life, let's say, when I'm on my period. I don't know how you feel or experience your period days, but I get horrible cramps. Something that I am currently on the journey to heal. I went to the gynecologist and I am following her advices, and also I'm doing my own research, of course. So yeah, let's just leave that aside, because I will make a YouTube video. I'm actually filming a YouTube video about how I am healing my period, because even though some period cramps are normal, just because it's your endometrium pushing the blood out of there, having severe period cramps is not a normal thing, and I feel like it's just another thing that has been normalized, and it's not good, because instead of going to the doctor, we just stay home and feel like, oh well, I'm with my period and I've got huge cramps, which is normal, so I'll just stay here in chronic pain. No, get it checked. Anyway, for cramps, the normal cramps and also the severe cramps, this device that I use really helps. So it uses electrical pulses to inhibit the pain. So it doesn't stop anything, it just inhibits you feeling the pain. It has two pads that you will stick on where it hurts, in like underneath your tummy, in your pelvic region. You just have to try and locate where these cramps are coming from, and these pads from the device. This device has two pads. I'm just trying to repeat it for the listeners on the podcast, like the audio, not the YouTube, because the YouTube, you're watching me, so you're seeing me holding the device. The device is called Mylevia. So it's a small device with a button, well, two buttons, well, three, that turn on off, and then the plus or the minus for the intensity of the electrical pulses. So this device has two pads, and you will stick that pad on your pelvic region when it hurts. And you have to put the intensity of the electrical pulses matching the intensity of your period cramps. And that is how it will inhibit the pain. So this has been with me for 3 years now, and whenever I'm with my period, I don't leave the house without it, because I just can't. It will take me through the day. The only thing it does not do is give you back the energy you lose when you're with your period, but at least it takes the pain away. So that's good enough for me. I think I mentioned everything. I mean, this is not everything that I use. I also use, for instance, Notion. I'm pretty sure that you have heard about Notion somewhere. I use Notion to track everything that is happening in my life. This is more of a planning organization, and in order to try and reduce stress and anxiety as much as possible. So I track everything from my life resets, my finances, my habits, how my business is going. I use it also to manage my podcast, my YouTube channel, my social media content with my team. And also I have a Notion template that I use for my PhD to track experiments, samples, order of antibodies, my reading progress, because I have to read a lot of articles, and the articles that I'm writing. So that's another thing of what I use in order to improve my lifestyle. As I mentioned, I will leave everything linked down below in the description box and in the show notes so that you don't get lost, or you can find everything that I mentioned there. So of course, in this episode, I didn't mention absolutely everything that I use in order to improve my lifestyle, but the most important ones and the ones that I think are worth it, that is what I talked about today. If there's any topic that you would like me to make just specific episode for it, let me know. I'm more than happy to do that. This is in order to help each other and, grow together and build that healthy dream life of ours. Before I say goodbye, a reminder that we have a lovely community called Healthy Life Dreamers. We are on Discord, and we talk about all of the different things in order to live an anti-cancer lifestyle. We support each other. If you have any worry or any situation that you're going through and you need a safe, judgment-free space to talk about it, that is your place. We're there. If you need us, you're more than welcome. So I'm going to say goodbye for now. I really hope that you enjoyed the devices / things / apps that I use in order to live healthily. I'm gonna wish you a wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
That's it for today's episode of the Health Reflections podcast. If you would like to have more information, you can check out the show notes or go to the podcast section at finoulamaestro.com. I hope this episode was valuable to you and inspired and empowered you into taking action. A reminder that we have a lovely community space called Healthy Life Dreamers, where we share experiences and support each other on this journey. I would love it if you would help me spread the word by leaving a review or sharing the podcast with anyone you think might need it. Thank you so much for being here today. See you in the next one.